Most people think honey belongs in tea or on toast. But if you're a man over 60, there's a specific way to use honey that can genuinely transform how your blood flows, how your energy feels, and yes, how you show up in intimate moments. And here's the thing. Almost every man I've worked with over the past 9 years has been using honey completely wrong. Not just missing the benefits, but actually blocking the very process that makes honey powerful for circulation. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share the exact method, the science behind it, and the common mistake that stops it from working. After this, you'll never think about honey the same way again. But first, let me ask you something. Where are you watching from today? Drop your location in the comments. I love knowing where this community reaches. Here's what surprised me when I first started researching this. When you use honey strategically, not as a sweetener, but as what I call a circulatory activator, it can start improving blood flow in less than 30 minutes. That means warmer hands and feet, better sustained energy, and stronger, more reliable performance when it matters most. But timing and combination are everything, because if you take honey at the wrong time or mix it with the wrong foods, your body converts that natural power into stored sugar instead of fuel for blood flow. I'll show you exactly what to pair it with and when. But first, let's get honest about something. If you've noticed your energy isn't what it used to be, if you get winded more easily, if intimacy feels like effort instead of connection, you're not alone. Every man over 60 experiences some decline in circulation. The difference between men who bounce back and men who quietly accept it is whether they know how to restore that inner flow naturally and consistently. And here's the good news. You don't need expensive supplements for this. You just need to understand how to wake up your body's own nitric oxide pathways. And honey, when used correctly, is one of the simplest ways to do exactly that. I'm Dr. Jocelyn, and I've spent the last 9 years helping men restore their vitality using evidence-based, natural approaches. And what I've seen repeatedly is that small, consistent changes create remarkable transformations. One of my patients, let's call him Marcus, came to me at 67 after months of fatigue and low confidence. He told me something I'll never forget. He said, "Doctor, I feel like I'm fading." His wife had noticed too. We started with a few simple adjustments. One of them was this honey circulation routine I'm about to share with you. Within 2 weeks, his mornings felt easier. He wasn't dragging himself out of bed anymore. After 3 weeks, his blood pressure stabilized. By week 4, he said something that made me smile. He told me, "I didn't think I'd ever feel 40 again, but here I am." Now, I'm not saying honey alone transformed his life, but when combined with the right timing and a small daily habit, it jump-started his circulation in a way he hadn't felt in years. If you're finding this helpful so far, take a second and hit that like button. It helps more men discover this information. So let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body. When you hit your 50s and 60s, your blood vessels naturally start losing flexibility. That means less blood flow to your brain, your heart, and yes, your intimate areas. When that happens, energy, confidence, and stamina all decline together. But honey contains natural compounds that help counteract this. It's rich in flavonoids and antioxidants that trigger nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the same molecule your body needs to relax and open up your blood vessels. Think of nitric oxide as nature's flow switch. When it's turned on, blood moves freely. And when it's off, everything slows down, including circulation, energy, and desire. The secret is activating that switch consistently. Here's where most men go wrong. They take honey at the wrong time of day, often mixed with bread, cereal, or processed foods. That combination spikes insulin, which shuts off nitric oxide production and turns the honey into stored sugar instead of fuel for blood flow. The right way is to take a teaspoon of raw, unprocessed honey on an empty stomach, ideally 20 minutes before breakfast, and combine it with 1 pinch of cinnamon or ginger. These 2 spices multiply honey's circulation effects because they naturally warm the body and enhance blood flow. Timing matters because in the early morning, your body's insulin sensitivity and nitric oxide levels are at their lowest. Giving it that natural boost before food helps your arteries wake up before the rest of your body demands energy. Research published in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that men who took a small daily dose of honey saw up to a 20% improvement in vascular function within 4 weeks. Another study from 2018 found that polyphenols in honey helped reduce oxidative stress, which is a main cause of blood vessel stiffness in aging men. When circulation improves, energy improves, metabolism resets, and confidence returns, creating a ripple effect of better mood, focus, and connection. Let me give you an example. A patient named James, who was 71, had cold hands and feet, low energy, and nitric oxide levels nearly half of what they should have been. After I put him on the same honey routine, adjusted his evening meals, and had him take short 10-minute walks after breakfast, his energy improved within 10 days. His hands felt warm again within 3 weeks, and after 6 weeks, he told me he was back to being himself. One important detail: honey only works this way when it's raw and unprocessed. Clear, factory-made honey is often heated, filtered, and stripped of the enzymes that trigger nitric oxide. What you want is raw, dark honey that still has a slightly grainy texture. This type has its natural medicinal compounds intact. An addition that amplifies this effect even more is fresh lemon juice. When you combine honey with lemon before breakfast, you create what I call the circulation trigger blend. The vitamin C from lemon helps your blood vessels produce more nitric oxide, while the honey delivers antioxidants that protect that nitric oxide from breaking down. Here is the simple morning protocol. When you wake up, mix 1 teaspoon of raw honey, the juice of half a lemon, and a pinch of cinnamon or ginger in warm, not hot water. Stir well and drink it slowly, ideally within 10 minutes of waking. Within 7 to 10 days, blood flow starts improving. Within 3 to 4 weeks, endurance and energy begin to rise. And after 6 weeks, many men report a deeper sense of vitality returning. Here are some practical tips for better results. Always use raw honey. Avoid anything labeled blended or pasteurized. Drink the honey-lemon mix before breakfast, not after meals. Stay hydrated. Dehydration thickens blood and slows circulation. Keep your legs moving. Even seated stretches or calf raises help keep blood vessels responsive. Prioritize sleep. Your body restores nitric oxide production during rest. These small steps build on each other, leading to changes like sharper focus, more consistent stamina, and a sense that you're not aging badly. You don't lose vitality because of age. You lose it because your body stops getting what it needs to function optimally. And you can fix that with consistent nourishment. So here's what I want you to do. Start tomorrow morning. 1 teaspoon of raw honey, juice of half a lemon, a pinch of cinnamon or ginger, warm water, slow sips. Give it 1 week and pay attention to how your body feels. The body is remarkably capable of recovery, no matter your age, but it needs the right signals, which you can start giving today. Give your circulation a second chance. Start simple, stay consistent, and let your body remind you what it feels like to be truly alive again. You're not past your prime, you're not broken, you're just waiting for the right fuel, and now you have it. If this video helped you, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content. Share this with another man who could benefit from this simple routine. And drop a comment below. Tell me, are you going to try this tomorrow morning? I'm Dr. Jocelyn. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself because you're worth it.